Hey, what's good? I'm professional trainer, Coach Colin Castello with Shotmechanics Basketball. And today we're gonna bust a basketball myth, and that's keeping your eyes up. Now, the game of basketball is full of a ton of myths that for some reason coaches keep teaching over and over and over again, and really to the detriment of players. So today what I wanted to do is bust one of the biggest ones of all, and that's the fact that players are taught that they have to dribble with their eyes up at all times. Now, before we jump into it, I want to fully maximize your handle. So all you got to do is click the top link in the description down below and get free instant access to my power handle workout. This is a workout I put together specifically for you to help you maximize the power and strength of your handle. That way you're never getting the ball stolen again. You're able to get out of traps and really be that kind of aggressive style ball handler. So click the top link in the description down below and get instant access today. Now, when we think about the myth of eyes up when we're dribbling, it makes sense in theory. I totally get it. And I get why coaches preach on it all the time because it's really easy. And it's basically just this. The myth is that at any time you're dribbling the basketball, you should have your eyes up scanning the court, just like this, right? And that's fine. It makes sense. I'm not saying don't have your eyes up. So before you head to the comments and get all salty and like, you got to see the court, blah, 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 blah. Like, cool your jets for just a minute. All I'm saying is you don't always have to have your eyes up. You don't always have to have your eyes up. Now, the thing about this myth is it's almost like coaches don't believe that peripheral vision is a thing or exists. Now, peripheral vision is basically just the fact that I can see things without actually looking at them. I can hold my hand out to the side over here and still see my fingers wiggling even though I'm looking directly at the camera, right? So as a player, if you can maximize your peripheral vision, you're gonna be much, much, much more dynamic. So instead of having to have your head up like this when you're dribbling and then look to the left to see your teammate and look to the right to see your teammate and then look down here to see the cutter, right? You can use your peripheral vision to see things in the game and be much, much more dynamic. If you look at the best ball handlers in the world, the Kyrie Irvings, the Steph Currys, the Chris Pauls, all those sorts of guys, none of them dribble the basketball like this when they're running an offense, right? Most of the time when you watch players, their head's down and they're using their peripheral vision to scan the floor, but they're using their initial vision to read their defender. Ooh, think about that for a second. They're using their peripheral vision to see the floor. They're using their dominant vision to see their defender. Because if you look at a lot of ball handlers, like Kyrie, if he's getting ready to dance on somebody, he's looking at their feet. He's seeing what they're giving them in front of him. And if he's looking like this up at the court, he's not going to be able to see his defender in front of him and isn't going to know how to beat him and attack him, right? So really start to think about using your peripheral vision to see the floor, and that might mean that your head can be down like this, right? My head can be down and I can still see up over here. I can still see the opposite corner. I can still see the opposite wing, right? If you can start training and developing that, it's gonna be big time and really help your ball handling. Enough talk, now it's time for action. So what we're gonna do is I've set up a drill here for you to use to really develop and work on your peripheral vision while you're doing your ball handling. So basically it's super simple. All I've got is I've got a cone at the free throw line, then I've got two cones down on the block. So basically it's just kind of like a big triangle setup. Now I'm gonna come to the top of the key right here and I'm gonna work on some ball handling options. Now for you, it's totally up to you what you want to work on, right? I'm going to be doing between the leg pullback. So I'm going to go a right hand between the leg pullbacks to a left hand between the leg pullback. But what I want to do is I want to really focus on my eyes during this drill, and I want to see the bottom two cones with my peripheral vision, right? So a lot of times what players are doing, if they're working on dribbling, they'll either keep their head up like this, doing their ball handling drills, which is not necessarily what we want to do like I talked about earlier, or they'll put their head down and they'll work on their ball handling drills like this. What we want to do is we want to find that sweet spot. So that's why I've got the cones up. If you don't have cones, that's okay. You can use things like extra shoes, slides, whatever it is you have in the gym, water bottles, just something to visually be able to pull your eye to. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to keep my head locked at this middle cone, but I'm trying to keep my focus at the two far cones. So even though my head's down, I'm working on really kind of seeing those cones. And that's where my focus is, using my peripheral vision, right? Once you master this, feel free to move the cones around and really push your peripheral vision to see how far you can get them away, how far up you can get them away, and really try to maximize your dribble. All right, and don't forget, if you want to maximize your handle, click the top link in the description down below and get free instant access to my power handle workout. It's a quick 5-minute workout that's really going to turbocharge your handle and make it so you're much more aggressive and much more confident in games with your handle. You're not going to want to miss it. And if you're new to Shotmechanics, slam that subscribe button and then head to the comment section down below and let me know what sort of video you want to see next. We run pretty much everything off request, so leave it down below and hopefully we get to it. Again, I'm Coach Colin Castello with Shotmechanics Basketball. I'll see you next time. Splash on.